everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be pretty laid back. We are gonna be doing a get ready with me because it is my Easter weekend. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you probably already know this, and for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, shame on you. Totally kidding. I do post relatively regularly. That's all to say that Orthodox Easter was this weekend. This past week is known as Holy Week, so there was a lot of stuff going on at church, so I was in and out of that pretty much all week, and then it all culminated into the resurrection ceremony that happened last night. And that is the resurrection of Jesus Christ, not some other sort of magical resurrection. I'm just gonna start getting ready because I know I'll forget to do it and just continue talking to you instead. So let me do a little bit of that as well. I am using a new primer stick from Milani. I've kind of veered away from primer sticks if you guys saw my best of primers video. It's not that I have anything against them, I just prefer some of the other primers that I have right now, but I was really interested in trying out this blur stick, just because Milani does tend to have some pretty good foundation products, and I consider this to be a foundation product. So yes, the resurrection ceremony happened last night, which was Saturday evening. It happened right at midnight. I did stay for a bit of the church service, but I wasn't able to stay for a long period of time because it does go until I think 3 or 3:30 in the morning. That's around the time that my parents managed to get home. Since my parents were out so late last night at church, I am using my Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation today and my beauty blender. My mom asked me if I could help prep all of the food and get that out for the family because I do have my brother, my sister-in-law, and the kids coming over today for Easter linner. In between lunch and dinner, we kind of do just one really big meal, and then we pick at appetizers for the rest of the day if anybody is still hungry. And mind you, after the spread that we put out, no one should be hungry. You shouldn't have to eat for a few days because there's so much food on the table. We are very fortunate to have a lot of food on the table, don't get me wrong. But when I was younger, we used to do things a little bit differently. I used to go up to a friend's house who lived up in Northern Ontario. By Northern Ontario, I mean like an hour drive north of where I live. And because she was in the countryside, we had a lot more space in her front yard, and her dad and my dad would basically get out this spit where we would go and we would roast the lamb. It used to be a manual spit where you would have to sit there and just crank it until my friend's dad finally put in a motor, and then it just became this automatic thing, and all the men would just hang outside and they would watch the lamb as it cooked. And I mean, this is a full lamb. We ain't just talking about lamb shank or anything like that. Things have changed now, so we don't get a massive lamb anymore. We just get a small one and we stick that in the oven and we cook it. Thankfully, Mom has already prepped it because I hate the smell of lamb. I hate cooking lamb. All I need to do is put it in the oven, set the timer, and let it cook. I am going to list all of the products that I'm using on my face in the description box below if you just want to expand that and check it out, but I am using the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer at the moment. Anyhow, I do have the lamb to cook. I've got some potatoes, there's the souvlaki, I gotta make a salad. Again, this is nothing crazy and it's nothing that's gonna take up too much time, but there's just a lot of prep involved, so I gotta go downstairs and do that shortly. I'll also insert some clips of, I guess, our Easter celebration because I'll be editing this video after the fact, so I'm kind of warping into the future, which just feels really weird at the moment.
I'm on the left, so I go first.
No. Right side goes first.
Okay, no, you've gone first a few times. Let Marco go first.
You went first against me twice, so it's mine. Ass.
Not like that.
No, I want to do the front. The defender gets to choose. Oh, God.
Oh my god!
Okay.
You guys
Are there any more eggs? Okay, now it's my turn.
No.
No, Nico still has an egg too.
Guys,
you
guys.
too.
I'm gonna die.
I'm not
No, I'm
supposed to
Hit him
you.
really hard. Hit him really
You're
hard.
not supposed to hit that hard.
Yes. Yes. I'm hitting you first. No.
One chump.
That's karma.
Your life ended.
Hit him really hard.
Go for it.
Baited.
Okay, show him.
Boy.
It's broken.
Temporarily your life ended.
Yeah, those are broken.
Stop,
Jeez.
dude.
I want to
Don't
fight
make
you.
a mess.
Nico.
Don't make a mess.
Lift up the
front.
little
I want to
pieces.
do
Guys, don't make a mess.
Right over life ended.
Yo, I still want to eat these eggs, bro.
Watch it, boy.
Okay, that's good.
That's
Put it away now.
enough. That's enough now.
Okay, put it away now.
Oh, the aftermath.
You absolute fool.
I'm gonna pass them down to yes.
Hopefully today will be a good time. I think I'm just looking forward to having the whole family together. We don't often have big family dinners anymore just because it's so much work. So on days like this when we can get together, it is really special. I don't know about you guys, but my skin has really been acting up lately with all of these fluctuations in temperature. I feel like I've gotten so scaly on my face no matter what I do to it. Exfoliate, hydrate, cleanse, it just looks really bad right now. So I'm having a hard time getting foundation to settle really nicely on my nose and my cheek areas. It might also be this primer. I'm not sure yet, but I will figure it out. By now, you guys might have already seen my first live stream. I did post it to my channel and I live streamed on Friday evening for the first time, which was crazy. It was a lot of fun, but it was also a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest with you. And it's weird because normally I don't get shy or super embarrassed if I'm presenting because I do a lot of presenting for clients at work, but to broadcast live on YouTube just felt really different. I think it went really well, but I also realized that there are some things that I could do better for next time. For me, the funniest part had to be reading the comments because I wasn't wearing my glasses and I couldn't see what was happening on the computer chat. I had to keep putting on my glasses to read everybody's comments. It was a little bit awkward, but I got a good chuckle out of it. Hopefully you did too. The live chat really was a lot of fun, and I think what I enjoyed the most out of it was being able to interact with all of you. As much as I enjoy posting videos on YouTube, it's not quite the same as being able to interact with you in real time. That's probably one of the other things that caused some of the awkward silences where I was just sitting trying to catch up and read everybody's comment. I'm not sure how I can do that better, but if you guys have suggestions, please do let me know. Aside from some of the awkward pauses in the stream, I did notice that the video after the fact did skip a couple of times. So if you went to go watch it afterwards, there are maybe 10 seconds that are missing from certain sections of the video where I just kind of jump from one thing to another. I don't know why that happened. My apologies. Hopefully I can figure that out for the next live stream. My face is pretty much done now. I am going to zoom you in a little bit closer though because I am going to go ahead and do my eyes and brows. Now that Easter is pretty much coming to a close, I'm hoping that the next couple of weeks will be a little more relaxing and not as chaotic, although I really doubt that, especially for weekends. I actually have quite a bit going on, which is rather unusual for me. You may or may not remember this, but I am in a wedding come June. I think it's June 17th. I always get the day wrong. But anyhow, that wedding is fast approaching and there's lots of stuff happening over the next couple of weeks. The first being a bridal shower. That is coming up in the next couple of weeks, actually the next 2 weeks. So I've got that going on. There is the bachelorette party, which is happening at the end of the month. And that, my friends, is going to be a shit show. I'm not sure how many girls are going out, but the event, oh my god, the event. So I actually saw a couple of preview videos that were posted on, I think it was their official website, and it's a male entertainment show, but not the kind of male entertainment show you think at, you know, one of those sketchy clubs. This is more one of those like Magic Mike shows where they engage the audience in some activities. That takes up 2 weekends right there. I also have a Kevyn Hart show coming up. I did purchase tickets with 3 of my best girlfriends. We are going to be heading down to Hamilton actually to go and check out that show. There is a Toronto show that's happening, but it's not happening until I think mid-July or end of July, something like that, and we just didn't want to wait too long. And since he was coming to Hamilton in April, we thought, hey, we're just gonna go check out Kevyn Hart in April instead. And then of course, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, I also purchased a ticket to go and attend the Patrick Starr and Mac Masters seminar. So this is going to be a makeup class done at a secret location in Toronto, where Patrick is basically going to show us his spring collection and work on a model and share some of his techniques with us. It's really cool the way Mac has done it, because you basically purchase a ticket for $75 and that $75 is completely redeemable towards any MAC products. That's pretty damn cool if you ask me. So I feel like the seminar itself is actually free because you've already just basically prepaid for all of the products that you're gonna buy. Hopefully they'll have some products available there so I can just pick them up on the spot, especially if it is the spring collection. I'd love to get my hands on that as early as possible. I am gonna try and vlog as much of the experience as I can. They haven't, I just dropped my brush. They haven't told me that I can't bring a camera in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it until somebody tells me otherwise. I also really hope I have the chance to meet Patrick. Hopefully he'll be doing a meet and greet after he does the seminar, but who knows? I like going to these master classes so I can continue to educate myself on makeup, different techniques, and working on different clients. But sometimes these classes can be super expensive and I don't have that kind of moolah to be dropping every time an artist comes around. But I figure this one here was such a great deal and Patrick is one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's just do it. What do I do all over my lid now? Do I go with a shimmer or do I do a matte? You know what? I don't often do an all matte color, so maybe that's what I'll do this time. I'm gonna dive into my Baked Browns palette now from Dose of Colors. I'm actually just gonna use the lightest color over here and just put that all over my lid. I'm gonna do my eyeliner, mascara, and lashes off camera and I will be right back. My face is pretty much done now. The only thing I need to do is highlight, and I'm actually gonna go in with this Ofra highlighter in the shade Bali. It is a little more on the gold side, but I don't know, I kind of like it. Inner corner first. I feel like as of late, this is a really important step for me. It's almost like it just makes me look so much more awake. And then just underneath my brow bone, I'm gonna add a little bit of that highlight. And very light-handed, just gonna add a little bit of that over top of my blush. Very light-handed, because this color is a little too deep, I'd say, for my skin tone. But I still like it. And for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with Varnished Rosewood. This is one of the new L'Oreal lipsticks. It's like a lipstick and a gloss all in one. And that does it for this quick get ready with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you also had a marvelous weekend. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me on all of my social media and I'm gonna link to all of it in the description box below for you. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.